Sipping cider through a straw. I said to her, what you doing that for? A sipping cider.
How to make hard cider. It's surprisingly simple. To make hard cider, we're going to need a 1-gallon glass jug of sweet apple juice, a packet of yeast, a paper towel sheet, and a rubber band. Usually you can find a glass jug of apple juice at a farm stand or a grocery store. When looking for apple juice, be sure to select one that has been pasteurized but does not have any preservatives, like potassium sorbate. As for yeast, locate a homebrew supply shop near you and purchase a packet of cider, wine, or champagne yeast. If in doubt, ask the nice folks at the homebrew supply shop. If there are no homebrew supply shops near you, there are plenty of online stores that will gladly ship you a packet of cider yeast for a nominal fee. Back in the kitchen, take your glass jug and pour out a glass of juice. Then put the cap back on the jug and shake up the juice for about 15 to 20 seconds. By shaking up the jug with the air in it, we're dissolving oxygen into the juice. We do this because the yeast really like oxygen when they start their party in your juice. Next, cut open the packet of yeast and pour the contents into the jug. No need to shake it up. Tear off a square of the paper towel and fold it over a few times until you have a small square that can fit over the mouth of the jug, and secure it with a rubber band. When the yeast party gets going, the yeast are going to produce a fair amount of CO2, and if you had put the cap back on the jug, it would have caused the jug to overpressurize and explode. The paper towel allows the CO2 to escape, but still keeps wild airborne yeasts and mold spores out of your cider. Alternatively, if the guy at the homebrew supply shop talked you into buying a rubber stopper and an airlock, you can use that instead. Be sure to fill the airlock with clean water, but don't overfill the airlock like I did here in the video. And now you wait. In the beginning, you'll notice the dry yeast fall to the bottom of the jug. Within a few hours, the yeast should start rapidly reproducing and will make the cider cloudy. Soon, foam will form at the top and CO2 will start to escape the jug. Be sure to keep your fermenting cider around room temperature. If your temperature is too cool, the yeast will go dormant. If it's too warm, the yeast will produce unpleasant, spicy, off flavors and aromas. During this time, the yeast will reproduce rapidly, quickly taking over the apple juice. The majority of the action will take place in the first 2 to 3 days, but fermentation may take anywhere from 7 to 10 days. At some point, the fermentation process will wind down. Since we're using a glass jug, we can see here that there really isn't much activity at the top of the cider anymore. This means that fermentation is pretty much complete. If it is still bubbling a bit, you can leave it for a few more days. When fermentation seems to have ceased, take the jug and stick it in the back of your fridge. After a few days, your hard cider should appear clear and ready to drink. Tasty, tart, slightly sweet too. What? The cider isn't sparkling, you say? Oh, that's true. This is known as still cider, as in not bubbly. If you'd like to learn how to make sparkling cider, my next video will take you through the steps of bottling and the secondary fermentation process for getting good carbonation.